I'm Alicia too from Music Blog Yeah, and here with me, Twin Forks, before their show at the Drake in Toronto. How are you all doing?
Wonderfully.
That's great.
Alright, that's good to hear. So let's get to the beginning of the band. How did you all meet?
Well, Ben and I met years ago touring together when I was in another band and he was in another band, and I met Jonathan at a backyard party. I think it was like a fishing party, something like that. And then Susie and I have known each other from playing shows together in our various bands over many, many years. And I'm not really sure how it became the four of us instead of like, three disparate group of friends. But once it did a couple of years ago, it was like this, where we realized, oh yeah, we're a band. We just need some guitars.
Alright, and you've just started this tour, but what's been the highlight so far? I know it's been a short span, but...
We finally got this interview with you. It just feels so good.
And have you had the chance to do any sightseeing yet?
Have we done any sightseeing?
No.
We've been busy. Yeah.
Driving and back and forth.
Yeah. There's a pretty cool looking crane over there.
Yeah.
And
Construction.
yeah, just a bit.
Nice. The sights are nice.
And we know the band had to change their name, so where did Twin Forks come from? What's the significance?
Well, when we were first thinking of band names, it was Twin Forks, because we were thinking about the fact that we all come from really different places, and I had this idea of like forks in the road, like there wasn't meeting, going straight and looking at like four divisions. It was like coming from two forked roads to them and meeting in the middle, and that's what it felt like to me. It was like here was Ben and I, and John and Susie, and somehow we all met up in the middle on these Twin Forks. And then when we were doing South by Southwest, they basically called me up and they were like, you have 5 minutes to give us your band name, because we still hadn't decided. And I was on the phone with my manager, and at some point that week, we had started calling it Twin Falls after this. I kept talking about the fact that it's a really common like town name or area name in the United States, and just drive around. And because I've toured so much, you see the sign for Twin Falls all the time, and it stuck with me. So I kept saying it accidentally instead of Twin Forks. I was like, well, so maybe that's the name. I guess maybe that's the name. So when they were like, what's it going to be? I was like, oh, it's Twin Falls. And we had done research on it. But as it turned out, even though the bands that were listed, all the bands that were named Twin Falls, none of them had a trademark on Twin Falls, so we didn't think they were active bands. So we thought we were free to use it. And then we found out that there was three other bands that were active as Twin Falls. So we figured, well, let's just go back to our real name, and we feel much better about that.
Okay. And now to the music. The vocals on Something We Just Know are fantastic. We fall in love with the song, to the folky vibe of it.
Thank
So
you.
what's this song about?
So which one is it?
Something we just
Oh, how's it going? Oh yeah, we're throwing together. Yeah. So what's it about?
For me, it's just about being like young and in love, and it's like it doesn't matter what anybody says. You know you're in love. We know this.
Yeah.
Nobody else needs to authorize that or approve it.
Yeah.
Well said.
And
And I remember when I wrote the song, I didn't know what that meant. We were throwing together like some backyard party. But as soon as I wrote that lyric down, like the whole song, I was like, I've got this song, I know what it is. It is that story.
And on the topic of your music, your Facebook says that there's new music coming soon. So is there an EP in the works or an album? Or which?
There's a full length and an EP, of course. So we've got 22 songs or something like that. We've recorded like 22 songs. We've been at it very quietly for about a year, 2 years probably, right? In the midst of it though, Jonathan and I'm in Further Seems Forever. Jonathan produced the Further Seems Forever record, so we took the time to do that. Ben's in Bad Books, and so he toured quite a bit in Bad Books. And Susie's in The Narrative, so she toured quite a bit and made her record for The Narrative. So, and I did some international touring for the other band that I'm in, and so it's been 2 years, but it's been exciting the whole time, because it's always like, oh, we get to do it. It's not like we keep getting pushed off from doing it from the other things that we have to do. We finally get together. It's just flying out. Love it. It's so much fun.
And as far as who inspires the music, which of your influences would you love to hang out with for a day?
questions.
For me, I'll start. I'd say Erica Badu. Really, like, love her so much. Erica, if you're listening, if you're out there, please, let's hang.
I hung out with her one time. I carried her stuff into the rehearsal space that I worked at when they rented the space in there.
Nice.
It was cool.
I don't know. That's a really good question. I'm trying to think what I've been like, listening to lately that I'm like really
Dirt Wizard?
Oh, like yeah. I have this weird thing where I like stoner metal bands, and maybe hang out with those guys, see what that's all about. Because I don't really know what those guys are like, I guess per se. But yeah, it's probably something like that. It doesn't really relate to our music, but it's something else.
What about you, Susan?
I think I would like to spend a little bit of time with Regina Spektor, being also a piano player myself
A Russian?
and a Russian, so lots to talk about in Russian about pianos.
I think Lindsey Buckingham and Paul Simon would be my two guys.
I'd hang out with Paul Simon. He and Paul.
Let's do it. Let's hook it up. I'll make a call.
Alright, and Ben, we have to tell you that we really dig your other band, Bad Books. And as far as the song goes, we really think that the album can be. All of us, we really like it. So, what was the inspiration behind that track?
I'm gonna be a really bad band member right now, and like I that's one song that I don't really. You'd have to ask Andy because he's the one that wrote that one. But I know it's about there's a party somewhere in there. But yeah, I don't really know, unfortunately. but because those records happen so quickly that like I don't get much time to spend with them.
In your defense, I did have to ask him.
Yeah, exactly. So like I'm sorry, but I really appreciate. That's awesome that you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.
Alright, and on
You should hear our cover of.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't have to ask.
You wouldn't have to ask.
Yeah, there's a cover out there.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Got the back pocket.
And speaking of other bands, Suzu, we know that you're in the narratives.
That's true.
How would you say both bands conform to the narrative? What would you find the biggest comparisons?
I'd say like having some harmonies, some like male and female vocal type stuff. I think that's something that both bands are really featuring in that way. It's fun for me. In both cases. So.
And Chris, I have one Dashboard Confessional track for you. As a lyricist, you've been my biggest inspiration. That's the reason I started the website.
Oh, thank you.
So I just have one question for you. As far as the lyrics go, which would be one of your favorites?
I'm still reeling from the preamble of the questions. All right. Lyrics. I always. What's that? 112. Carry This Picture. There's a song called Carry This Picture that I think is. There's something about it that it's very descriptive, but it's succinct. And maybe sometimes I'm not always so succinct in my lyricism. And so that's one that I like. It really draws a picture, and I think it conveys a feeling and a point. And strangely, I feel like it's like a time machine. Like every time I play that song, I kind of get whisked to not only like the events that sort of led to writing it, but the place where I wrote it. Like where I physically went to write it, which is the same place actually. Where things happen. So.
And John, I have a question for you. We spoke about influences and bands, but which artists have you been listening to lately?
Oh, the new Paramore record. That's something that I got into. Ben hooked me up with it. We were loving it.
Okay. And our next question would be, what has you excited for 2013? I mean, now you have all the new music coming out, so...
Yeah, Twin Forks record.
Yes, for people to hear it, because we've been hearing it, working on it for 2 years now, it's kind of like we want other people to hear it at this point. So
Touring nonstop and playing more and more, writing. This is the best thing ever. It's so much fun.
I look forward to hearing it. Okay. And for our last question, what is something about Twin Forks that no Latinos knows?
Pretty much everything.
The whole interview,
Yeah.
Anything crazy you can think of, or?
I mean, give us a chance. This is our 10th show.
I know something that people don't know yet. We have merch on this
Oh.
store. People don't know. They keep asking if we have merch on the store on the internet.
Oh, I thought you were like at the table they asked you.
No, like on the internet. People want. They're like, "Are you guys gonna have merch on the store?"
Yeah.
Oh, you guys already got some.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
No, but can you think of something better? Because that kind of is lame. Admittedly.
Like things that people don't know about us.
Yeah.
What?
We're all really good friends.
Friends are
There you
forever.
go.
We're the best friends. We're the 3 or 4
It's like,
best friends.
friends like, no, I'm not
No,
okay with
but
that.
no, I'm trying to like.
We're very close friends. Ben doesn't like any of us, but we're all very close friends.
Ben's a
So
lone
that's-
wolf. Too cool.
We all like coffee.
Oh, yeah. that's true,
a
it's
lot
true.
of it.
Okay.
Like, I want to give you something salacious, but we haven't.
Yeah, I know,
We haven't
it's
been
like-
at it long enough for something to happen.
Most of
But
us like
tonight,
coffee.
tonight could be the night. Let's do an after party interview.
Yeah.
This is it. I feel good about tonight. Something's going wrong tonight. It's gonna be good.
All right, well, I do believe that question wraps up our interview. Once again, I am Alicia, too, from Music Blog. Yeah, this is our interview with Twin Forks. Thank you so much for
Wow,
taking
yeah,
the time.
definitely.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everybody.
We did
Thanks
it.
for
We did
having
it.
us.
Woo! We made it.